a global company today. Welcome, Stephanie. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, Rich, for inviting me. It's always fun to come back to Berkeley. It's very nostalgic for me. So when Rich asked me to come and talk about leadership, I immediately thought of my favorite book on leadership. And I actually don't read a lot of books on leadership, or many business books. But I don't know how many of you are familiar with Ernest Shackleton. People know the story of the Endurance. I think it's probably one of the greatest tales of leadership that I've ever read. And for those of you who don't know the story, in 1914, Ernest Shackleton commanded an expedition to go to the Antarctic. And shortly after they arrived at the Antarctic, the ice flows were and the ice was so intense that it actually surrounded the ship, and these 27 men were stuck in the middle of this ice. And they had to watch for weeks in horror as actually the ice got, as the winter accelerated, and the ice just took the ship and tore it apart in front of their eyes. And they were stuck on this ice floe. And then, unfortunately, their ship was at the bottom of the ocean, and they were stuck on the ice floes as the weather started to get warmer. And clearly, you know, they were up a creek without a paddle. But it's an extraordinary story of courage and survival and endurance and leadership. At one point, Shackleton goes off with 5 men in a small boat, and for I think for 800 miles in open seas, he goes to look for help. And the amazing thing about the end of the story is that not